I get in the car
as we're driving the wrong direction.
As we're driving in the wrong direction, I get on the highway, and I'm like, bro, whatever. I get on the highway, start doing like 80 miles an hour, and I started looking out the mirrors, and he's like, bro, you're driving fast. And I'm like, driving? We're worried about me driving? How the fuck? I don't know how JP drives. I don't know how he looks out his rearview mirrors.
So the mirrors are like in a totally different angle.
Bro, I use
like
wide mirrors.
Like you're 6'7".
I use wide mirrors.
That's not a thing.
Doubters, dose.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how to say it in Creole or French. So, 12.
Douze.
Is it dudes?
Yes.
That sounds like 2.
11, 12, 11, 12.
It's like Spanish.
Dudes.
Yes,
I
sir.
guess.
What it look like, fellas?
All right, I'll take it.
What's going on?
Just got back. We actually did a little trip this past
yeah,
weekend.
because you guys are a bunch of racists, so you guys don't invite black people on your trips.
That's a horrible thing to say on a podcast. That's not true, because now everyone is going to think that.
No, you guys are.
That's not
No,
true.
I know the backstory of your trip. How was it?
Nah, it was dope. We went to Denver, Colorado, which was my first experience with snow.
Have you been to Colorado before? Have you been to Denver before? So
No, not Colorado.
So it was your first time also?
Yeah.
Cool.
In Denver, yeah.
Cool.
It was dope. Went to Denver, went to Breckenridge, did some snowmobiling, almost killed my wife.
Almost killed your wife. I haven't heard this.
I mean, all right, so I didn't almost kill my wife.
You almost maimed her?
The snowmobile almost amputated her
That's
leg.
not what happened at all.
Okay, no, now I need to hear the
That's
story.
not what happened. I, being the come pinga that I am, I tried fishtailing on a snowmobile.
And you've never
been on a snowmobile in my life
before.
I'd never seen snow. It was the first time I've ever seen snow.
So you tried to fishtail?
First time on a snowmobile. I am aware that Ken Block just died on a snowmobile, but yeah, no, I tried to fishtail.
That's
on
a Miami shit. If I've ever heard.
Yeah,
if I've ever heard
with
it.
my wife on the back, who hates whenever I drive over the speed limit,
I'm behind him.
and he's on a snowmobile behind me with his wife / my cousin.
How fast did you guys go?
Fastest we went was probably like 30 something, 32, 33.
I mean, it's snow, so for anybody who
No,
doesn't
but they
understand,
definitely regulated it. It was regulated.
Oh,
Yeah, for
really?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we were in sport mode.
Like, I literally was...
You were gassing it.
Yeah, because there were straightaways and we would gas it, but
Yeah, 30.
32 maybe.
On snow is probably fun. It's probably. I mean, I've never been on a snowmobile, so
Awesome.
No, the whole thing was fun.
it's probably fun.
Awesome, and not just that, but everything like the thing we did. It took us 2 hours. Went through the mountains. Every single corner turn was an amazing view.
Was that like a? Was it like? Excuse me. Was it like the snow equivalent of going like 4-wheeling in like Costa Rica?
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty dope.
Bro,
I didn't think they had
don't
that.
understand.
Although I've never been...
No, I never
Snow-
did. I never did quadding in Costa Rica.
But I'm going to assume yes.
Well, it's like the same. You go through this. You go through all these terrain. It's for like a 2-hour thing.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm like, do I take a picture here? And the guy's like, no, this is whatever. I'm gonna take you somewhere. You guys could take pictures. I was like, all right, here, and he's like,
Nah.
bro.
I don't know if you noticed, at one point, I looked to the side. We were up that mountain. We were like at least 12,000 feet up.
Yeah, no. He took us to a spot where I think it was 13,000,
Something like that.
where literally we're like on the edge of almost like a cliff, but it's not like
Yeah, it's not dangerous,
But we were on like, like a point of a hill, a point of a mountain, I guess.
the city is literally in the mountains.
Bro.
Or the state is in the mountains.
You can ask JP the entire like from I don't know, from here to any end, it was just a crazy snow-capped mountain range. Bro, it was like every fucking corner felt like you were in a winter calendar. Like,
Literally.
as corny as
I
it
didn't
sounds.
see that any photos like that. Did
Oh
you
no,
post
I got some
those?
photos.
Totally
We got-
posted the whole thing on
he posted all the videos, yeah, and she posted, and Chrissy posted the videos too. But bro, you don't understand. Like it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever done in my life.
Awesome.
Like I would put it up there with the helicopter ride in Vegas. Like, it was amazing. Like, super, super impressed. And then, yeah, I tried fishtailing. When I fishtailed, literally the thing came to like a complete stop because I ended up climbing like a little mound, like a corner, like the curb of the trail. And that shit just tipped over. But I jumped off of it, which thank God I did, because not I would have been like really fucked up. But I felt, and then my wife's ankle got pinned underneath the golf cart. And she's like,
seat, yeah.
I'm stuck. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm trying to Hulk, like, pick up the snowmobile and it's not even moving. JP jumps off of his. The guy comes back to try to help, and we had to literally carry the thing off her. And then immediately he's like, do you need an ambulance? No, sign this waiver. All right, cool. She hopped back on. She was a trooper.
She okay?
Yeah, she's good. She got a little bruise. Was hobbling for like a day in Denver, but
when I was
Almost ruined that trip.
yeah, she would have broken her ankle or.
Oh, I was
got
terrified.
a
I was literally like shitting my pants the whole time because I'm like, bro, if I brought this bitch all the way out here to the middle of nowhere, because we're not even in Denver, we're in a mountain off Breckenridge.
Yeah, no,
we're not even in
45
Breckenridge.
minutes away from Breckenridge.
Right. We're in the middle
You're
of
in the
fucking
cut.
nowhere.
We had to go all the way.
Yeah,
deep
there's
in
no
there for
reception.
snowmobile
There's no reception on any phone.
because they don't let you. You don't snowmobile where they ski. So they're separate. So you're on the complete opposite.
Yeah,
end.
you're on literally a totally different mountain, like down the road.
Yeah, so that
That shit was gorgeous,
it's like dope on one end, but like if something goes bad, it's not dope.
Yeah, but they don't anticipate that you're gonna be a sapingo and try to fishtail on a fucking.
At least we have some self-awareness.
What he thought was going to happen was that he was going to turn it and the back was going to go out, but because it's ice, when he turned it,
over.
no, when he turned
The
it,
front
he just
turns.
went straight.
The
When he
front
turned
turns
it,
and
he
the
went there
tracks
and
are
just
still
kept
just-
sliding. He went into this like little thing,
Like a snowbank.
and it stopped him, and then it went at a little angle because it went up, and then that's when he went oh, and then it tipped over.
Oh
and
shit!
Cost me an extra $175.
What did you damage the?
Yeah, I cracked one of the plastics in the back. So they build the credit
Karen's
card.
ankle cracked the plastic, so technically it's her fault.
Yes,
Yeah, she's gonna love that one, JP.
said JP.
If she listens to this, so we're
Nah,
good.
by the time she listens to it, she'll be fine. She's like our worst fan. Anyways, super supportive wife. I love you, babe. It's not mutual, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, we had a blast out there. Food was awesome. We ate at good restaurants. I definitely recommend.
All the breakfast spots there are phenomenal.
What was the first one?
All the
Bindery,
something like that.
Bindery.
Yeah,
Bro, I don't know. Fire.
And everything there
Snooze.
is bacon. Everything is bacon.
Everything is bacon.
So I got an old fashioned, and it was
So
like
if you're
with
if
bacon.
you're
bacon.
if you're
No,
if you're
old
Muslim
fashioned
or
with bacon.
Jewish, don't go to Denver. But everything else was fire. Crazy
So
bacon,
They had like flavored bacon.
flavored bacon. Everywhere we went, they had some kind of different flavored, peppered, sweet, candied, fire bacon.
And then they put in all the alcohol drinks,
Yeah,
old fashions, vodkas,
They had a
everything.
chunk of bacon.
Dude, it legit.
Strips.
It was like an old fashioned with like a bacon.
that was the Manhattan.
yeah,
Like a whiskey Manhattan, old fashioned Manhattan with a
something with a bacon thing through the middle.
fucking.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah, Denver was fire.
Dope.
We had some gummies. We went the wrong way for about 20 minutes because we let Karen fucking control the ways. And Karen picked the wrong.
Did you get a rental or you just Uber?
Yeah, we had a rental.
Yeah,
we
we got a rental instead.
we were in an all-wheel drive SUV. We'll leave it at that. It was a good time. We had a real good time.
I mean, it was a really nice truck or a really shitty truck.
It was a really shitty truck.
Equinox.
It was a Chevy Equinox, all-wheel drive.
Hey, some people opt for that type of shit.
Negative.
Interestingly enough, one thing that I realized is that when we were driving back from the snowmobile, it was like getting late and like nighttime. There's no lights in the mountains when you're on the highway. It's fucking
JP
pitch
wants
black.
the mountains lit up like a Disney theme park.
I don't know. I thought
I'm like, bro,
I'm used
it's
to like
literally-
our highways with the lights on them.
Yeah, I mean,
And then I
that's
pulled up and I
a
was
fair
like,
assumption.
I pulled up and I'm like, it's pitch black.
Yeah. So just hope that nothing
They
goes
didn't
left.
have no uplighting on the mountain or anything. It was just black.
Nah.
you gotta-
He wants ample lighting. Denver, work on your lighting.
It's literally you're like relying on like the guides because otherwise
I
you'd be
drove
assed
behind
out.
an 18-wheeler because it was
Yeah,
fully
'cause
lit
it was
up.
lit up. So he's like, I'm following the 18-wheeler. I'm like, bro,
that's
there's
smart
traffic.
shit.
There was traffic. We're fine. He's acting like we're alone in the middle of nowhere.
And there's 100 cars behind him honking and high
Bro, it's 6:12.
3 lanes.
It's
3
6:12 p.m. It's not like 1 in the morning. It's 6:12 p.m.
That's my mental picture.
No.
Is
Best
that,
part-
is that it's
best
1
part about
a.m. and
driving-
it's pitch black.
No, no.
It's
Best
6
part
o'clock
about
in the
driving
It
in
gets
Denver.
dark at 6. It was like 6, 7 o'clock.
Bro, best part about driving in Denver is I started driving the car. JP's driving the whole weekend because the rental's in his name and he's Mr. Safety, so he's driving, whatever. So we're driving. I was driving, I think it was Saturday, right? Saturday. I get in the car
As
and
we're driving the wrong direction.
as we're driving in the wrong direction, I get on the highway and I'm like, bro, whatever. I get on the highway, start doing like 80 miles an hour and I started looking out the mirrors and he's like, bro, you're driving fast. And I'm like, driving? We're worried about me driving. How the fuck? I don't know how JP drives. I don't know how he looks out his rearview mirrors.
So the mirrors are like in a totally
'cause
different angle.
you-
Bro,
Alright, so
I use
like
wide
you're,
mirrors.
Like you're 6'7".
I use wide mirrors.
That's not
bro.
a thing.
Bro, he
Shut
doesn't know.
up.
I put them wide.
Shut up.
He wants to see the
JP's
car. I don't want to
JP's
see
maybe,
my car. I want to see
JP's
what's next to me.
maybe an inch taller than me.
Yeah.
Maybe. If that. But maybe, let's say an inch. Let's say an inch and a half.
But he had Tracy McGrady mirrors.
Bro,
No, bro.
when I go to look out the mirror, I swear to God, the left mirror is pointed past oncoming traffic. I don't know
guy's
what the
an
fuck he's using his mirror for. Then the right mirror is pointed literally at the median, like the right barricade. And I'm like, bro, and he's like, where do you point the mirrors? And I'm like, I want to be able to see literally the tips of my rear passenger door handles, like just to see that I can even see like maybe the color of my door handle. That way I know I got as much of my blind spot as possible. And he's like, no, man, I use some kind of race setup and I go with
That's
wide
what
mirrors.
I said I've been using the mirrors more pushed out since I was racing cars. I'm used to pushing it out.
Yeah, and now it's the Tesla life. Since you
What
got
the
sensors
that's what I
everywhere.
told him.
And now I have-
sensors
I go,
everywhere.
you
It
don't
doesn't
even
look.
know.
No,
Because
no,
you don't
no.
even know
I
how to
have-
drive
I still-
anymore.
I still
'Cause
have
you're
them-
used to your car like swerving back into the lane
And
for
stopping
you.
for you.
No, that's not what I was telling him. Was my mirrors right now are pushed wide. When I hit the turn signal,
The fuck up.
the camera turns on and I can see that blind spot that he's talking about.
Yeah, that's
And he's
why
like,
his
but this car doesn't
mirror-
have that. And I'm like, no, because we opted for the Chevy Equinox. The fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, bro.
Anyways, Denver was fun. Food was good.
The food was good. The weather was amazing. It was beautiful.
Sound dope.
He was freezing his ass off.
Yeah, no, I'm not built for that. But I'm down to go back just with the proper layers and thermals.
No, I just had a regular weekend posted up for the SB. You know,
For the big game, because you're not allowed to say
did you
for
watch,
marketing purposes.
did you watch it?
Did I watch the game?
Yeah.
I watched the first half. I actually fell asleep before halftime because I was so tired.
And it was like
That's
it
the
was
day
like it was like an awesome game
That
too.
was
No,
the day
I know.
we came back.
That was the day we came back. And we had
up.
an early morning, and
Yeah.
we pretty much had early mornings every day on the trip because we didn't want to lose, daytime. Because the thing is, it's so cold.
So you were
have to do
done
shit during the day.
done by half.
Bro, done before halftime.
You too. You went to sleep.
No, no,
I didn't even
watched
get
the
to
whole
see.
thing.
I didn't even get to see wifey.
It was a great
I
game,
watched
dude.
the whole thing. Yeah.
No, I
Great.
watched the whole game. I recorded it, and I ended up watching it the next day.
Yeah.
Amazing game.
But
It
my
was pretty much as good a game as you can get in a Super
But
Bowl.
look, my curse stands. I was going for the Eagles. I watched the game. They
So-
lost.
So if you
I was
don't
going
watch,
for-
oh, you're that guy. If you
I was
don't
going,
watch,
I was going for the Chiefs. I wanted Mahomes to win.
Every time that
I like Mahomes.
Every time I don't watch the game, the team I want to win has a better chance of winning.
I didn't have a dog in the fight, but
neither.
but I like both stories. Like,
Oh no, yeah.
Mahomes is on like GOAT trajectory, and like Jalen Hurts is like the ultimate underdog.
Super
Like,
underdog.
That's
know-
the only reason why I went for the Eagles.
And he
'Cause
balled too, man. I feel bad for him
No,
because
he's
he
a monster.
balled out.
He's a monster.
and-
He's legit.
I went for him for his college story, and
Yeah.
at the same time, he hasn't won one. That's the only reason why.
I feel like though, bro, Mahomes is nice. They got rid of their best wide receiver,
and they
in
still won the
Tyreek Hill,
Super Bowl.
and they still won the Super Bowl.
I know he's punching the wall. I know he got $72 million guaranteed,
he's
but
not punching anything. but deposit slips.
Am I an asshole for cheering when he tweaked his knee, his like ankle?
Who?
I was like, yes.
Yes, you are an
I
asshole.
was like,
Who, Mahomes? No, yeah, you're a piece of shit.
And high ankle sprains are bad. Like, and those could be worse.
saw him limping, and I was like, yes.
He's a good kid, man. His only fault is the Kermit voice. Other than that, he's a super good kid.
It's just that when he talks about how he won the Super Bowl, you're super excited.
We're gonna.
It was a good game.
We're gonna revisit what you said because
About what?
We don't have time to talk about it today, but
About what?
like when you're an elite, in my opinion, when you're an elite athlete, it has to be about more than money. Like everybody gets paid, everybody's rich. Like you're always gonna make millions.
No,
Like,
that's not the case.
So you would you rather be the guy that makes $100 million? You rather be Carmelo Anthony than LeBron James?
As an NFL player, absolutely.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because you're one play away from never playing again. So maximize every fucking opportunity, every game, everything. Because what are the odds that Carmelo Anthony's gonna blow out his leg? Fucking Paul George's leg came apart on camera, and he came back and he's still playing
Sergio,
ball.
assume you play relatively healthy 10 or 12 years. Would you rather be a rich loser or a rich winner?
It depends though. Am I gonna be a Hall of Fame athlete? Or am I going to be a bench warmer that's good enough to maybe come on the court? Because if that's the case, I'm not chasing greatness, bro. I'm chasing the paycheck.
We're talking about Tyreek Hill. He was filthy rich before his $150 million contract.
Nobody signed the biggest contract ever for a wide receiver.
Okay,
in a tax-free state.
So he's still
that's a lot of money.
He's a stud. Why would he not care about winning?
Because he already won. He already won a Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think that's a you thing. I don't think that elite.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. He already won a Super Bowl, and he's the fastest motherfucker on the field. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Give me my money.
Well, he has a.
You guys can debate my greatness while I literally never have to worry about anything ever again.
Nah, I think Sergio's using that as working person.
Nah, bro. I think
athletes don't think that way.
That's not true.
Why do you think Chris Paul still plays?
Why do you think Stephon Marbury went to China?
Chris Paul's he had made $300 million.
Because he wants to win.
But he wants to win.
But he wants to win because he's part of the fucking friends squad.
He hasn't won. But this guy has won. That's different.
So you win once and then you mail in the rest of your fucking career?
No, you win once and now you collect a paycheck.
Nah, I don't think they think like that, and I don't think like that. No way. If you're an all pro talent, if you're the 12th guy, if you're a bench guy or a rotation guy or whatever,
then chase the bag.
Who cares? If you're Gabe Vincent on the Miami Heat, who cares?
But you've seen Tyreek Hill and you see his personality. Do you think he's chasing Randy Moss or I don't know, Jerry Rice for GOAT? Or do you think he's just trying to have fun? Like he's out there literally going against 30 flag football females on the field and calling himself the cheetah. Like, bro, he's trying to have a good time.
Okay,
maybe
I agree with you.
There's more to the story.
But I think that... Go ahead.
Maybe there's more to the story.
Maybe
there's more, like, what is it called? Like arguments and everything that you don't see.
So Cheetah or Tyreek Hill, he plays. This just tells you.
See, you called him Cheetah.
He plays in the courtside basketball, which is a freaking local 4-on-4 adult men's league. He goes there and gets like 50 points and dunks on these guys. It's not just to have fun. It's because he's a competitor. Like he
probably loves basketball too much.
I promise you.
Right. So I know you're a fucking Miami hater. But maybe he's not punching his fist because he thinks that if Tua wasn't going handicap, because that's where Tua's going. But maybe he thought Tua was that guy. And not for anything, before this season, our defense, which we added Chubb and we made moves, like the Dolphins are a pretty good fucking football team when our quarterback isn't dying from an aneurysm.
And he still is, but neither here nor there. But
no, yeah, RIP.
But we're talking about yes, they tried him.
Because literally we could sign Aaron Rodgers tomorrow and Tyreek Hill is going to the Super Bowl next year.
Probably. I'd be with that.
Because our team is talented as fuck.
So
I think that's why Tyreek Hill came here.
But I just saw the story.
He got sold on McDaniel and everything.
I just saw the story the other day. They made him an offer, and there wasn't enough guaranteed money. The Dolphins made that crazy offer,
Guaranteed.
and his agent gave him an opportunity. The Chiefs an opportunity to match, and they passed. Yeah. So yes, he got the bag.
And in hindsight, they made a great move.
He got the bag. He has a 15,000 square foot house in Broward. It's all great, but I promise you, like Tua's as good as Tua is. Patrick Mahomes is on pace to be the best football player ever. So
I get it.
So you're in a Ghostface Killer Versace robe watching the Super Bowl in your 15,000 square foot house, and your old team after they got rid of you won the Super Bowl. If he's a 10% competitor, which I think he is, there's no way he's like, fuck, who cares? There's no way. I don't believe that.
I'm not saying who cares. But I'm saying the golden parachute helps the fall.
And this might not even be his last contract.
I don't think he's feeling as bad as you think he's feeling.
Filthy rich. He's fucking
rotten rich now. And not for anything, but he's on a team with a lot of promise. Because the Dolphins, again, were one quarterback away from being one of the best teams in the NFL. Offensively, defensively. If we're healthy, bro, we're nasty. Our left tackle is healthy, and Tua doesn't die as much or get hit as much as he did, but it is what it is. Tua was a glass jaw when they knew. We could have fucking had Herbert, but we don't.
What did you guys think of the outcome?
I'm going to go with Mahomes winning, and I think it just, like you said, he's on a trajectory now where if he continues to keep this up, in 3, 4, 5 years, potentially, if he keeps doing this, he'll be in Brady talks already, and he's a fucking jit.
Yeah, he's only 27, and he's already 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 wins, biggest contract ever.
He's only lost a handful of games in his fucking career.
I just saw this the other day, and it was like, what the hell, dude? Like, his stats to date are already like a Hall of Fame career. He has like 28,000 yards and 200 touchdowns in 6 seasons.
No, and
it's dumb.
Kelsey's benefiting heavy from him.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's his main.
Kelsey's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame because of Mahomes.
No, it was dope. No, but it's not just because of Kelsey's a
fucking he's a beast. Stud, but he needs a quarterback.
Did you see the video of him hugging his mom after the game?
Yeah.
That part was kind of crazy. That's kind of shitty.
That was pretty awesome though.
It's like your brother takes the L, but you
Travis
get the
goes up to his mom and goes, "Hey, you had the greatest week of your life. I had the greatest year of my life. This is crazy." And then she goes to see the other brother, and the other brother sees her and starts crying. He's like, "I'm so happy that you've had so much fun this week," because the mom has been having a blast, getting interviewed every single day by everyone. So he's like, "I'm so glad you had fun." And then he goes, "Go fucking celebrate with Travis and get out of here. Get out of my face."
No, apparently when they said what's up to each other, he said, "Fuck you, congratulations."
No, he said
that's perfectly appropriate.
He said, "Fuck you, go celebrate, bro." That's awesome.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, but at the end of the day, someone has to lose. Right?
Nah, and the Eagles are a young up and coming team now with Jalen Hurts,
and they're stacked,
and they could just keep adding pieces.
As long as they don't disrespect him with a contract, as long as they pay him properly.
The Chiefs ain't going nowhere as long as Mahomes is healthy, and he doesn't look to be going anywhere anytime soon. So,
and then that if when Kelsey starts getting old and these guys start getting old, people are going to be running to go and play with that guy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I was going to say it doesn't matter. Yeah. Between the draft and free agency, they're going to be able to keep this going as long as Mahomes is healthy.
Yeah.
But I think the NFL is in a crazy spot right now with a bunch of young, talented quarterbacks. Tons.
Probably the most ever that I could think of
in one shot that they've all just
10,
came in.
They have 10, 12 monster quarterbacks.
There's 10 quarterbacks under 30 that are fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And
so it's a good spot for the NFL, and they're gonna be good for the next year as long as players don't keep dying on the fields. But anyways, Rihanna is pregnant again.
Yeah, and
ASAP's gonna
confirmed?
keep.
Yeah,
confirmed.
so
ASAP's gonna keep giving her as many babies as that little billionaire will allow him to.
Facts.
And he's the smartest man ever.
As soon as she pulled up, the first thing I thought was she looks a little chunky. You know?
No, I said it instantly. I was like, she's pregnant. Chrissy was like, postpartum. And I was like, nah, that's pregnant. She's rubbing her belly.
And so we were talking about that because
no one does that top rub like that.
Like if it's a chunky belly, if it's a steak and shake belly.
Yeah, you want to hide it. But she was like, she did that top rub. That's the I'm pregnant rub.
That's that Beyonce flow where she rubs the belly. But we were like, so what we were thinking, we're like, man, she looks a little. And then somebody said same thing, postpartum, right? And because in our brains, she just had that baby.
That baby's like 2
she had
years
that
old.
baby like 9 months ago. Like
Oh,
that
like
baby's
a year
like
ago.
that baby's
Yeah.
almost a year old. So yeah, and then like immediately after, because it set the internet on fire because everybody was like, yo. Like,
Nah, but after the performance, she rubbed her belly.
She rubbed it a lot, yeah.
yeah.
She rubbed it like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like, there's a fucking baby here.
I could totally see her having like 4 kids in 4 years. I could totally see that.
Hey,
But why not?
That was her surprise guest. that
she's
she
got
said she was
enough
bringing.
hits. She's got enough hits for years. She's already good
She hasn't put out music in 6 years, and she makes like $50 million a year.
off streaming alone.
Everything.
She doesn't even tour.
She doesn't need to do anything. She doesn't need to leave her house.
No, and Fenty makes crazy stupid money.
No, but this was another Super Bowl performance where I was like, I forgot how much good hits that she had.
Her catalog is stupid.
No, but you just kind of forget, you know? And then when you...
It's one of those kind of like, and we always talk about fucking Drake, right? But it's one of those things that you don't realize how long they've been out. Because that first song that she had, like Pawn the Replay, she was 16. And she's like 30-something. Like 15 years. This shit just flies. So you think about, she probably got a legit 15, 20 bangers, like charting bangers.
Easily.
Like, you know?
Like easily.
So, yeah.
Like hits.
I think it would have been...
Not including all the songs with Kanye, songs with Jay-Z, songs with fucking everybody.
I would have thought...
all her EDM ones that she made with David Guetta
Drake,
and stuff.
David Guetta.
There's a part of me that kind of wishes, just like real quick, that she would have pulled somebody out. Hove, Drake,
That's
Chris
what
Brown.
I thought that was
something.
going to happen too.
Chris Brown. Did you say it out loud, you fucking clown?
That was a long time ago, man.
Shut the
He's
fuck
a chaser,
up.
man.
Could you imagine if she pulls out Chris Brown and ASAP just jumps on there and just decks him?
Oh, that'd be a
Brown.
great halftime show.
That will not. Chris Brown will fucking rock ASAP.
That's what I said. I said, what if Drake comes out? She was like, no, that's too much drama. Maybe Jay-Z.
Nah.
Maybe Jay-Z. Maybe Jay-Z.
Yeah, because
I
Jay-Z's
think-
Rock Nation, so I could totally see her.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z's the one that puts on the whole Super Bowl, NFL.
I think Hove would be a nice, like, calm joy. They could have done.
They could have done a couple songs.
Yeah.
Umbrella.
Yeah, Kanye is too much going on right
Yeah,
now.
no, Kanye cannot come out.
Drake would have been a little that would have been a little drama.
Because the Jews. I don't know. That's something Kanye would just literally use the Super Bowl for an anti-Jewish rant.
No, he wouldn't. He would just wear a shirt that said something.
Yeah,
he wouldn't even
for
say a
sure.
thing.
No, Dave Chappelle talking about Kanye, funniest shit ever. He's like, because he says, yeah, Kanye is my man, but he's bugging. He's like, Kanye says, I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. And Adidas dropped him immediately.
No, I like when he reads out. He's like, "There's 2 words that you can never say together on any kind of TV or platform. It's the and Jews."
I love his delivery. Chappelle's delivery when he does that.
He's
That's
the
why
goat.
he's the GOAT. Yeah, he's the
that
GOAT for
delivery is
sure.
awesome.
At this point, he's absolutely. If your last 5 comedy specials were incredible,
Well,
and he has Chappelle show, and then he has 5 old comedy specials that are incredible. Yeah.
So not to go on a Chappelle rant or anything, but like obviously growing up, my favorite go-to comedian has always been Eddie Murphy because Delirious and Raw are like 2 of the greatest stand-ups ever. But
And
as
I
far
like
as
Eddie. And
stand-up
I like
goes-
Eddie Murphy's movies in the 80s.
Oh no,
Beverly Hills
and
Cop,
90s,
Golden
all
Child.
all the 90s. No, yeah.
What about You People?
I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
People's hilarious. I watched it on
It
the
looks
plane.
like it's funny.
He's funny.
Hilarious. No, Eddie Murphy kills it because he's Eddie Murphy. But my point was he didn't really do much stand-up after that.
Nah,
Chappelle has been doing this shit for 20 plus years. You think about
But
it.
Eddie stopped stand up once he went to movies.
No, I know,
But
but
you
I'm
know
saying.
what, guys? But the real think about it now. Think about Eddie Murphy, literally 40 years into his career, right? He's rich as fuck. He's made hundreds of $1,000,000 with Shrek and all those voiceover movies. He has all
Mulan,
that
Disney money.
He doesn't need money.
You know, he's the little dragon, Mushu.
He doesn't need money. He doesn't need fame. So what could happen if he does stand up? He could fail miserably.
But he'll do stand up.
Imagine he goes up there and it's trash.
I feel like he's warming up though, and he keeps doing these pieces. He has to do stand up again. Because I feel like
It's got to be great. It has to. It can only be great. If it's trash, then it's gonna be. It's gonna. I think it's gonna mess up his legacy.
I don't think he's gonna be trash. You think he's gonna be trash? What, you were Coming to America too?
The bar is high. If you're talking about like I'm a big for a long time I was a Chris Rock guy. Chris Rock fell off a little bit.
I mean, because it gets kind of old.
It's because he got slapped.
It was before the slap.
It's because he became friends with Adam Sandler.
Yep,
Like-
grown ups.
Second, he went white.
Like because I didn't think that 10, 15 years ago I thought Chris Rock was the top dog because
Best special he ever had was the Tussin special. Bigger and Blacker. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
That's the best one he had.
but that was like his prime.
I put some Tussin on it.
But
That shit
now
was
it's
the
like
best.
It's not the same delivery though.
No.
I think he fell off a little bit. But Chappelle, I'm telling you, I saw Chappelle live 2 months ago, and the shit was fucking hilarious.
Well, he has gotten a little bit more preachy, but if he's not doing the preachy shit, he's hilarious.
He's such a good storyteller. Like everything he says is funny. Like
My favorite shit is when he does a delivery and you know it's something fucked up, and he does that smile at the end. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that is fucking.
JP
Or he's like,
JP in the live show, like no exaggeration.
You went to it.
Yes, they introduced him, and literally the first thing out of his mouth was funny. Like I don't remember what he said. It's like the hello to the crowd, and it was funny, and we were laughing. Like the first thing he said
He
was
dropped
funny.
an M-bomb instantly.
And no, it was great. No, it was just telling you when that goes on Netflix, I'm gonna watch it like 10 times because it's
nah, he's great.
great. But yeah, man, no, I like they really lock down your phones. Like they're like if your phone goes off or it looks like you're picking up the phone, like they're escorting you out. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Like they're not playing games.
Yeah, they did that at Kevin Hart when we went.
Mm-hmm. Well, back to the Super Bowl Rihanna thing.
Yeah, man.
What were your thoughts? The memes are great.
I mean,
The Mario Brothers meme. Did you see that one?
did you see the dancer that almost like kind of slipped off on one of the top ones? There's like a dancer that like went like close to the edge.
Yeah, but they're locked in.
I feel you, but either way, it was almost.
They were kind of high, kind of up there. She was very comfortable up there. She was dumb
Super,
high.
yeah,
And she
she's a
was very
gangster.
comfortable.
She's a gangster.
But yeah, I honestly, this is not a Rihanna hate thing, but it's like, I feel like some years they have no idea what the hell they're doing. Like they pick random people like Fleetwood Mac and shit
I
like
don't
that.
think I don't think they had any idea that Rihanna was going to be pregnant when they picked her.
Because they picked her like a year ago, and they even.
I think they assumed she'd be already way post baby.
she'd be dancing.
She's a
and
monster
getting all this
performer.
stuff, yeah.
So she's gonna be ready, but then she ended up being pregnant again. So
I thought it was straight, and all the girls they probably got another 20 million people watching it just for Rihanna.
Oh no, they already said that
they got
high,
tons of post media press.
no, they
because
got
of that.
higher ratings during the halftime show than they did during the game at any point, even at the end. There was more ratings during the halftime show than there were during the game. So
And the game was great, so
and the game was a dope game. Yeah, no. Either way, Jay-Z wins again.
The game was fire.
Jay-Z always wins because Jay-Z's Rock Nation, and Jay-Z's the one that now he should be basically supplying most of the halftime acts, either through his connections or whatever, because that's the whole point. That's why they had Dre last year. Remember, it's all Jay-Z and his partnership with Goodell.
He was literally wearing like an NFL jacket.
Yeah,
Are
he's.
the commercials still a thing?
What do you mean?
Super Bowl commercials, are those still a thing, or is that like,
Yeah, of course, that was a whole thing.
No, but is it still like
I didn't.
I don't
I
really-
wasn't paying attention, but I heard that.
The
that
Breaking Bad one was
that
pretty good.
there were $7 million for 30 seconds.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Like that's nuts.
Just give me half.
Yo, anyone want to give us $7 million? We'll do 30-second plug now.
You can get a whole podcast for $7 million. 70 million?
Seven for 30 seconds.
$7 million, you get a podcast episode. Holler.
No, you know what? You know what the biggest flex was? You know, Mr. Beast.
And no one hollered. Yeah.
So when they posted the price for the Super Bowl commercials, and he commented on the gram. He says, if anybody wants to get some exposure and reach 100 million people for less than 7 million, holla at me. It's kind of flexy.
It's tough.
He's not lying.
He's not lying.
He's got 200 mil. Followers.
Crazy.
All for giving shit away. Amazing.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a serious flex.
All right, what are we giving away?
Yeah, no, nothing. These nuts.
We got 2 Benzes. What are we giving away?
Hey, stop snitching.
I'm not giving away a car. I gotta keep making payments on. Anyways,
So speaking of Jay-Z, did you guys see this trash list? And this is kind of like throwback to like, what was it, episode
1 or 2?
1?
I think it was episode 1.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. So funny enough. So yeah.
Almost
Full cycle a year later. 12
Yeah.
months.
So these lists, man, and it's like these lists are trash. So let's do a little context. So Billboard and Vibe, I think Vibe at some point used to be like a publication that the actual of the culture, that people from the culture actually wrote for and contributed to. And Billboard's always been just like the machine that just cares about sales. But they made a list of the 50 greatest rappers of all time. Probably for the first time for one of these shitty lists, they actually gave the criteria, which are silly. It says the teams took into account the following criteria, not in any particular order: body of work / achievements. And the examples are charted singles, albums, gold, platinum plaques, cultural impact / influence, longevity, lyrics, and flow were the last 2 things.
Well, it's in no particular order, but they did mention that last.
So I don't even want to go through the whole 50 because it's just a fucking abomination, to be honest. But we'll focus on the top 20. So I'll go from you guys want me to go from 1 to 20 or 20 to 1?
finish with the best.
Okay.
Yeah, so 20 to 1.
So 20 is Big Daddy Kane. Any feelings?
Being top 20?
Here's
Yeah.
my
I'm okay with him being on the top 50. Top 20 is tough, but there's merit. He qualifies as a top 20 rapper as far as like influence and shit like that.
Okay, because Big Daddy Kane, to me, Big Daddy Kane and Rakim were the originators of the modern rap flow.
Correct.
So
I
Jay-Z and all these guys rap the way they rap.
They're your
because of
favorite
Big Daddy
rapper's
Kane
favorite
and
rapper.
Rakim. Correct.
100%. Who else is on that
The
rap?
problem with this is
No,
that
no,
the problem with this is that
I would also add Cool
JP
G.
has never heard Big Daddy Kane rap.
yes, I have. I'm saying I haven't.
Name a song.
I said the problem with this is that you have no. You're looking at the list, so you're asking us what we think, and I'm like, could be good, but I don't know what the rest of this.
Nah, but it
ridiculous
doesn't matter. I
list
have
is.
my own little top 20 in my head.
No,
without even sounding off.
I think it's better that you're not looking.
Big Daddy Kane, I would say he can qualify as a top 20 rapper of all time. Just off influence alone. His bars and lyrics are good too.
Yes.
Longevity, not really at all.
No, he had a very short peak.
But he's very influential, not just for his
Yes.
music and his style and his flow, but the motherfucker used to dance.
And he smashed Madonna.
Dance his
in her
ass off.
prime.
Yeah. No, he was a smooth operator.
Yeah.
See what I did there? See what I did? That's a song. That's a song.
Cause
from
I'm
Big
so
Daddy.
smooth. That song bangs actually.
No.
Number 19,
Raw
LL
part
Cool
two.
J. I'm not mad at it.
LL Cool J, again, influential. One of the first that ever did it. Fucking
So we can power through some of these. In the top 10, we'll chop it up a little more.
go.
Number 18, Ice Cube. Not mad at it.
No, again, influence. OG.
Influence OG because he hasn't really rapped in 15 years. You
No,
know?
but he did
he's
rap
getting
his ass
money.
off
Yeah,
back
and he
in the
was
day.
probably the best rapper in like NWA.
One of the best early rappers.
Yeah.
But anyways, keep going.
This is where this shit just gets sideways. And this is not hate because I'm a fan of his, but it's just too high. Number 17 is 50.
No way. He's not top 20.
I mean, he wasn't even the best rapper in G Unit.
Nah. Whoa. Lloyd Banks?
Game and Lloyd Banks were better rappers than 50
Game
Cent.
wasn't G Unit.
If we're talking about rapping,
Game wasn't
50's 50, but we're talking about rapping.
And Game is just a name dropper. Don't even give me
He's
the
an
game.
idiot, but he can rap.
He rap and name drop. All he does is rap about other people.
JP's
Keep
been
going.
looking at the sky for the last.
I'm
30 seconds.
trying to decide whether
50's top 20? No way. Keep going.
Nah, number
no,
6.
not top 20, but where would he fit? I'm thinking in my
Top
mind, where
50.
would he fit?
Top 50.
I'm
but
okay
not
with
top
top
20.
50.
Not
See,
top 20.
Because then I'm also thinking about like this criteria. Like, I mean, he's got a lot of hits.
Yeah, but no.
A lot of hits, a lot of influence, a lot of.
Is that what they care about? I don't know. What's the
Apparently.
problem with this
Album
fucking thing?
sales.
No,
He did
it's
good.
it said album sales,
So it's just data.
album sales, rap, and like skills.
No, and he,
like they
and
said,
he
they
came
said
in
skills,
hard and it was backed up.
and then but then influence and longevity are big things. Like
Yeah,
you
no.
know. So
I agree. Yeah.
Um,
no. Top 50, not top 20.
number 16 is Scarface.
Top, not even top 50 for me. Arguably, maybe
I would put him. He's
because the Ghetto Boys.
He's top 50. No, yo, Scarface, late 90s, early 2000s, has some really good solo albums. And he can rap his ass off.
No, and
But
crazy features too.
I'm not putting him top
He has
10
some
or
crazy-
top 20. He's not
he-
top 20.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Top 50, maybe.
Top,
Maybe.
maybe.
But then
Top 20 is not that bad. It's not that bad.
I would say top 50.
I'll take some other guys. Like Ice Cube is not making my top 20. Sorry. 50 is not making my top 20. And then we have some newer representatives in this list. Number 15 is J. Cole,
No,
and I'm a J. Cole fan, and J. Cole's
Fanatic.
a beast.
early J
But
Cole fan.
why are we putting him as so high so soon?
Probably not even top 50 for me yet, and I love him.
It's way early, man.
Yeah.
It's way.
I think he could fit in the 50.
Nah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of rappers.
He
that I
might.
love.
He'll make
Maybe
the,
top
he'll-
50,
He'll
maybe
make the
50.
50, but
But
not.
he's like 40s. He's in the 30s or 40s for me, at least.
Oh shit!
I don't necessarily know that anyone. Well, let me not say that because Nas is still putting out albums.
Yeah, and his last album was great.
And Jay-Z still puts out music too.
Hold
Never
on.
mind.
Hold on. I messed this up. Because I was just looking. So the 19 in between Ice Cube and Big Daddy Kane is blasphemy. And we're going to sound like sexist or misogynist or whatever, but it wasn't LL Cool J. LL Cool J is actually 14, not 19. The 19 was Missy Elliott.
No, that's stupid. But that's white people made this list. White America made this list. This is some white exec.
I get influence, but
no,
like
white people love Missy Elliott.
she hasn't put out anything in 15 years.
That "Work It, Flip It, and Reverse It" song is one of the most influential.
Yeah, from
Yeah, but
2003.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
you
one of
can't
the
go off of
whitest
that.
hip-hop.
You can't go off of there. She's not making music anymore. A lot of people on that list aren't making music anymore.
And that's not to say that she's not talented, but I'm sorry. Like, I don't think.
Flip It and Reverse It and Listen to Me Now. Oh, no, it's not. White people love those.
I don't think that these types of
I
artists.
feel like that's where it ends, though.
Quiet.
You cheapen.
No, she's got a couple bangers, but no way.
You cheapen these lists when you put people like Missy Elliott and
There's a lot better rappers.
and those types of artists on these lists. You cheapen the lists.
I concur.
So number 14 is LL Cool J. So I'm not mad at that because LL Cool J is like he's like a pioneer of like chick rap, and he's and everybody does it.
He had bars too back in the day. Not like bars, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, bangers.
Number 13 is Rakim. Probably and I'm
What?
cool with that.
Who?
So 14 LL, 13 Rakim. This is where it starts getting dicey, guys.
Eric B. and Rakim? No.
This is where it starts getting dicey. Number 12 is Andre 3000. Too high, too low.
I don't know, because I'm kind of biased. I'm a huge Andre 3000 fan.
Right?
And Outkast did have a lot of music for a long time.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if I could go top 12, and I love Andre. I don't know. That's like a coin flip for me. He's probably like top 20 for me, though. I don't know if he's top 10.
So we're getting into the woods here, guys. Because number 12 is Andre 3000. I'm not mad at it. I don't know how I feel about it.
He's a very
I think he's
because
dope.
you're a New Yorker. I know, but you're a New Yorker, so you're not.
I'm not downplaying Andre.
I know, but he's not a purist. Like, it's different. He's a very unique style of rap.
For sure.
Like one of the most unique styles of rap.
One of my favorite,
and that's why I would put him higher on the list than a lot of people, just because he's so different. Like, his bars are different, bro.
The Kanye song "Life of a Party" that he was on, right? Do you remember it?
Yes,
you know it?
The unreleased song.
So, yes, but no, he actually mastered it. It's on.
No, I know.
It's
now it's on Apple Music.
Yeah, it's on there. It's on there. But
unreleased,
that guy hasn't had a song in 10 years, and not only was it fire, it was introspective. Like, I listened to that song like 100 times just for Andre.
Because he's disgusting.
Just for Andre. Like, imagine it's like a guy that hasn't played ball in 10 years that comes off the bench and gives you 60. Like, that's what he did.
And one of the classic Southern songs in recent years, I Choose You.
International Players Anthem.
Yeah, International Players Anthem.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, crazy. He's crazy
and
with
his intro to that song is ridiculous.
He's been dope for a long time.
Always.
Like, for a long time.
Spody Odi Double. You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know. I'm thinking in my head of every Outkast song, and I feel that I like Big Boy more.
And that's fair.
I love Big
That's
Boy.
fine. I think a lot of people, they choose. I like both of them because they're very different. But
they both have bars too.
There are some songs that I prefer Big Boy over Andre. You know, and I'm okay saying that. Like, as dope as Andre is, and he's very different, but sometimes Big Boy is very kind of like old school, kind of like more traditional.
Bending corners like I was a curb. Yeah. Oh. Then I heard it's not what you make.
Kanye's at 11. How do we feel about that?
I mean, bend like elbows.
Kanye's at 11.
Negative.
Too high, too low?
Way too high.
Okay.
Way too high, because we're talking about rappers, right?
But there's influence, there's sales, all that's in this.
I'm sorry. He's a better producer than he is rapper. And I'm a fan of his rap and his songs.
But at this point, we can't downplay his rap anymore. He has like dope rap albums where he's rapping for 15 songs.
But no. He has dope rap albums 20 years ago, bro. He stopped after Dark Twisted Fantasy. Then he just went fucking weird.
That's true.
Sorry. Like, it's about longevity. Oh my God, now you're going to talk Life of Pablo and bleach your asshole. And no, bro, it's not fucking stupid.
That song is ruined because of that. That song is so dope, and he's literally talking about...
Perfect feature from Future.
I like that album. Whatever.
Some people try to sell me on Life of Pablo. I ain't with it. I'm with Sergio. Like,
that was the last one that I liked.
For me, it ended Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I'm a fan. Like, I fell in love with him from day one, from before I knew he could rap. I was in love with his production. When he came out, when Blueprint came out, I was like, holy shit, this kid is amazing. And I had heard songs from him, but this was like a fucking curated playlist. Like,
and remember, he was heavy on mixtapes. He had a lot of underground stuff,
a bunch of underground shit, and a bunch of songs,
and dope stuff too.
But the Blueprint, you heard it, and you knew a couple of these songs. I was like, damn, these are classics.
I understand why.
Heart of the City, the first time you heard it.
Fire.
It's like, all right, this is perfect.
I understand with the criteria why he would be that high on the list.
Nah, he's one of the most famous people.
Because of the criteria.
Yeah. If it was just talking about rap skills, he wouldn't be this high.
No way.
And
again, I'm a huge Kanye fan, but no way.
So we're in the top 10, and this is when shit gets super dicey. And again, we're gonna
get offensive.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yo. With all due respect, Nicki Minaj does not belong near any top fucking rap list. I'm sorry, and this is not to say that she can't rap. This is not to say that I'm disrespecting. She did that one time. That I'm not.
She did that one time on Monster.
Listen. Nicki Minaj can rap.
Yeah,
she's mad annoying, and she sells records
super
and all that.
Super annoying voice.
If we're talking about and she has a big fan base. But if we're talking about rapping,
not top 50,
and like rap figures, yo, like she's not in it for me. Like not close.
Agreed, 1,000%.
And there's gonna be somebody say, "Oh, that's patriarchy and shit." Like, it's not.
I think there's better female rappers all time than her.
I'm a kind of a nerd with this shit, so like I'll take a Raw Digga and fucking
Raw Digga has no catalog.
And Rhapsody and all these people before Nicki Minaj just rapping, mind you. But again,
I
I
would have
told you I'm a
just
nerd.
said Lil Kim and Foxy, right off rip, are both better.
I mean, this is unpopular opinion. I think rapping wise, I think Foxy Brown is the female rapping GOAT. This is because Lauryn Hill does not have enough music. I'm sorry, she doesn't,
and she does.
She doesn't have enough rap.
She does, but it's not rap.
She doesn't have enough rap. Like I listened to old Foxy Brown, and Foxy Brown was spinning like a dude, which is a compliment.
100%.
So
no, and harder than most dudes.
yeah. So
She was disgusting.
and I think Lil' Kim was more pop with it, but she could rap too, So, but
No, and she could rap like a dude when she wanted to too, whether she wrote the rhymes or not.
I would like them to give like a paragraph explanation.
well,
Person.
I mean, they're gonna sound stupid.
Yeah,
they're gonna sound
no.
stupid.
Next,
So everybody else following deserves respect because they're all great, but I think that the slots are a little wonky. Number 9 is Snoop.
all right. So
Too high, too low.
I think he's right. I would put him top.
I
10.
wouldn't mad. I'm not mad at Snoop being a top 10 because Snoop could actually rap.
Snoop can actually rap. Can freestyle.
He sold a lot of records
on a dime. He can freestyle about whatever, like true rap. Like, and not only that, but as far as influential people,
He's been around for 30 years.
Your grandmother knows who the fuck Snoop Dogg is.
Yeah.
My mom, who is a fan of hip hop, exclude my mom, exclude my dad. Random old Cuban people know who Snoopy Doggy Dogg is. Snoopy Doggy Dogg.
Facts.
Snoopy Doggy Dogg. And let's not even talk about Cali, the Mexicans, and in Texas, Mexicans love Snoop. Because again, who the fuck doesn't love Snoop?
He's likable. He's very likable.
He makes weed likable.
He's funny. He's sold records. He's
Martha Stewart's
He
his best
fucking
friend.
killed somebody.
Why do we have to take it there, Sergio?
His murder was the case that they gave
His
me.
bodyguard killed somebody.
Shut up, bro. He killed somebody. Did he kill somebody? Everybody killed somebody.
Ray Lewis caught 2 bodies.
Ray Lewis killed people while he was rape fucking chicks in college. Anyways,
Neither here nor
dirty
there.
Shit. How did that make the list?
I'm not mad at that. Number 8 is our boy Drizzy.
Drizzy, you got to put him in top 10.
I think
If you're talking about influence and sales,
I think it's too high for the moment.
he's been around for 17 years, 16 years.
Yeah, the criteria is just all over the place on this.
I know,
thing,
but
though.
no, he's already caught. I'm sorry, bro, and not because I'm a fucking meat writer, whatever you want to call it. He's already been in the game for 13 years, 14 years. When I say he's been in the game, he's dominated the game for 9 to 10 of those 13 years. Because at the beginning, by far, Lil Wayne was the hottest rapper in the world. But Drake has had a solid decade of being king. I don't get why the fuck he wasn't on the Grammys or why he hasn't done a Super Bowl halftime show. I just don't understand. I feel like they don't want him to get his flowers yet. But either way, he's still...
they don't get paid.
It doesn't matter, though. Bro, my kids are obsessed with him.
Nah, he's. I mean,
my kids are still listening to fucking Certified Lover Boy.
I purposely try not to put his playlist on the car to not give it more hits.
Both of my kids are still banging Her Loss and Certified Lover Boy at all times. Those are heaviest rotation albums.
You can't. And
he owns the youth.
And as much as he has haters, like you can't deny him. He is great.
He's a stud.
I don't. But if I'm rattling off a top 10. He's kind of well placed.
Global.
He'll be on the back end of a top 10 if I put him in my top 10.
He's global though.
But
because he goes to Mexico, he goes to Puerto Rico, they love him.
But you don't have
goes to Asia.
You don't have 9 guys before Drake.
I'm not saying that. I'm just
asking.
It's
like if you
it's
think
a defendable rank.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
Continue.
Number 7, and everybody left is somebody that we're all well.
What about
versed
8?
in.
Wasn't he 9 or he's 8?
He's 8.
Oh,
everybody left. We're all
9. Snoop.
Number 9 was Snoop. Everybody else, like I said, we're all well versed in, so like we should have an opinion. Number 7 is Wheezy F Baby.
I'm okay with that.
I'm good with him being in the top 10. He sold a lot of records. He has a lot of hits.
Dominated the game for a
mixtape
while.
game.
Him over, but now the question is, as you go up, that person over the next one.
What am I putting?
No, I'm
Lil
saying
Wayne
as
over
we
Drake?
as we go like Drake over Snoop. Think of it like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. So would you? So historically, you think with this criteria, you think Wheezy's better than Drake? We can ask this as we go down.
See, me, again, because I'm 39. To me, yes, but Drake's still doing it and Wayne's not.
No, Wayne doesn't even put
But
out music
Wayne
anymore.
also started at 16
yeah,
and was came out the
platinum
gate,
at like 16.
came out the gate with the Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4,
Well,
Carter 5.
before that, Hot Boys.
Stupid fucking remix.
Is hot.
Yeah.
Hot Boys. Block is hot.
When you
Yes.
used to get those colored CD cases.
Oh no, yeah. Super.
So I'm not mad at that, and I'm not mad at
with
that.
Next.
This is where they insult me, and this is just my personally because number 6 is Big.
Big, the only thing against him is catalog, and that's because he died young.
Big is my GOAT.
I agree. I
So-
concur. I'm on the same page.
So I think that's I think and I agree with that
So
as
that's
well.
your number one.
For me, yes.
For me too.
Big is my GOAT. And I agree with that. That the only thing you can really hold against him is
I think
he died when he was 24. So
he's
he
the
had 2 albums.
Like the perfect rapper. Like perfect. Flow, delivery, storytelling.
and he was and he had charisma. He put his team
Charisma,
on.
hilarious.
Could dress. All
He
this
could
type
be
of shit.
dark. He could be as dark as the darkest Wu-Tang song isn't as dark as
Suicidal Thoughts.
Suicidal Thoughts.
Which is one of my favorite Biggie songs, by the
Or
way.
What's Beef.
Yeah. Like Suicidal Thoughts is literally ends with the guy killing himself, and it's a dope ass song. It's Ready to Die is a very dark
What's
album.
Beef?
No, my favorite one is the. Give Me
He's
the
talking
Loot.
about fucking kids in the
Say, Give Me
ass
the Loot?
and throwing them under a bridge.
Yeah,
And that's how it is. And shit is laid out.
fuck that beat shit. That shit's
Bro,
played
he's
out.
fucking gross.
Yeah, and his bars from 25 years ago are
All
still
y'all disappearing by tomorrow.
they're
All your
still-
guns are
they're
borrowed.
A1 bars. They're
All of
top
them.
tier bars.
I'm very. What number is he?
Number 6.
Yeah.
Very curious to know what number one is now.
Oh, I already know. Just because it's them.
So I'm gonna preface this. I'm gonna preface this by saying the top 5. There's one that's a head scratcher. The other 4
Could be in any
are
order.
people that you've heard in the top 5 before.
So the one that you think is a head scratcher does it start with a number or a T?
No.
no,
It's-
no.
So we're
Number
gonna fight
5.
right now. We're gonna fight
So
right now.
number 5 is Eminem.
Okay.
Okay, best-selling rapper of all time, one of the best technically skilled rappers, trendsetter, had a super crazy peak.
Solely
But
responsible for
better
reviving
than
Dr.
Biggie
Dre's
because
career.
he's literally on the list before.
No, he's not better than Biggie.
no, there's no for me. There's no
Eminem
metrics.
wouldn't put him. Eminem wouldn't put him. But
Yeah,
You know,
wouldn't put
you
himself
guys are
above.
gonna have to make a list when this comes out, right?
yeah, eventually we gotta make our own list.
No, like the minute this episode drops, you guys gotta put your list on your story.
okay.
I could do that. Top 50.
No,
Oh.
20. We're only going to 20.
I was gonna say I ain't got time for that.
Do you remember? Do you guys remember Till I Collapse? And Eminem gave his list. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada Corrupt, Nas, and then me. That's like his list. Reggie is Redman.
Yeah,
like
no, I know,
that's
yeah.
kind of crazy.
I know,
He
but
said-
Redman's not on my top 10 list either.
I'm a Redman fan. He's not my not top 10. He'll make my top 50 for sure.
Top 50, but not top 20 either.
So number 5 is
Be that.
you know what I've heard. You know what I've heard as an indictment on Eminem. They say that
He's white? He's a crack ass cracker.
Well, that's what angry black people say for sure.
That's one indictment for sure.
Because if you're
Joe Budden's like crack ass cracker.
if you're a struggle rapper and you're
Even
trying to
they
get
put
on and Eminem is selling 2 million records in a week, you would hate his guts. But no, what I've heard about what people say about Eminem's music is that, and it has legs when he says, you never heard Eminem in the club. Like, nobody's jamming Eminem in the whip. It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
No.
20 years ago, he had those kind of quirky songs. We made the crazy videos and shit like that.
He was like saying weird shit too.
And he says weird shit like, raping animals and his grandma and all kinds of weird shit. But like, and okay, so number 4, your boy.
Thug Life.
How did JP become the West Coast ride or die? How did that happen?
Because he has Thug Life on his stomach. No,
Just because it can't see me. The blind bears of man.
No, I legit like his whole thing.
No. I was a bigger Tupac fan than Biggie fan growing up as a kid. In Miami, Tupac and the West Coast shit was just bigger because East Coast, West Coast, for some reason, Miami was more aligned with the West Coast than the East Coast.
Well, no, with Tupac, but it's not just the rapping; it's also like the music. I legit like the music.
Tupac is dope. In fact, I think he's a dope artist, and I think he was such an ill person,
Just not Machiavelli.
And we forget.
That album's hard too.
That album is hard. No, we forget that. Like
Revenge
Big
is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Get out of here.
Slow.
Like
Crazy.
we forget that like Big died at 24 and Pac was 25. Like they were mad young
kids,
you know, and he was a dope actor, dope, you know, everything. That's the way he spoke. But if you're talking about the best rappers ever, I don't think he was technically as good a rapper as a lot of guys.
Yeah, but you're talking about everything. He's influential.
Oh, he's still dope. And I listen to
he's on t-shirts.
Ton of music. Put out a ton of
put
music
out
before he was 25.
20 albums worth of music. No shit.
Like lived in the recording studio for the 7-8 years that he got into music.
And I listened to All Eyes on Me. By the way, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
That's a complete double album.
And it's fire. I listened to it yesterday or the day before. And it was album. Still fire.
That he was, 22 when he made? 21, 22?
I don't know. I'm guilty. I listen to it almost every day.
Yo, you're a freaking animal.
You wonder why they call you bitch.
I just listen.
And you wonder why they call you bitch.
I listen to something every day.
You're an animal, JP.
Next.
You're
going to do a drive-by.
Next, we got 3 left. Number 3, the God, Nasir Jones. That's
not mad at all.
Nas is my number 2. So I'm not mad at him. He's got to be in your 5. I'm not mad at anybody.
I would put him as number 2.
He's my number 2.
I don't know who one of the next 2 could be.
The number 2 is the curveball on this list, and he's dope. He's just way high.
What did they put Dr. Dre? For no reason?
That would be a good guess. Who do you think it is? That's someone that's way high.
I don't have a fucking clue. That's what I'm saying. I know one of them. Like
give me a hint.
One of them has to be Jay-Z.
If I give you a hint.
Jay-Z's number 1.
Jay-Z is number 1.
For sure.
I don't have a clue.
It's the 2 that's like, who came up with this? So give me a guess.
What letter does it start with?
No, I can't. If I give you any hint, you're going to get it. So
how many letters?
Busta Rhymes.
See, that's a good random guess.
No fucking way.
Okay, it's that random.
I know, that's why I'm trying to be random. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. No, that was
funny though.
I like that.
Puff Daddy.
Yo, it's okay. So number 2,
Method Man.
Is number 2. It's Kendrick Lamar.
No. And I get that he's King Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar is super dope.
Super dope.
But
super
that's
capable.
Way high.
Way high for a guy who hasn't put out that much music. And
I don't like all
his
music.
albums.
And I don't like all his music.
And his albums, I was just going to say,
I don't like all his music.
Aren't consistently fire, bro.
Listen, Good Kid,
super hit.
Everything went south
ADHD,
after
ADHD,
yes,
and Good Kid, Mad City.
Yes, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City. Like those
To
are
Pimp a
like
Butterfly is 50-50.
I don't like that album.
I know, but that's my point. There's like 3 or 4 good songs.
I don't really listen to a lot of his shit.
So you would agree that he's high? No?
I wouldn't put him
Super high.
Like,
Not even
would you say top 20?
No.
Top 25?
maybe, but like.
But the problem is
Back
all the
end.
criteria
No,
to
but
have good numbers.
But he goes number one his last 5 albums are number one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
that's white people find him really artsy.
because he's short and he has a gap and
Short, and
he's
he's
from
got
Compton.
the like half afro all the time.
Yeah, like
And he's artsy with his shit. I get it. But
and
no.
then number one is Hove. I mean,
Jigga, I get it.
To put him over like
Reasonable
Nas,
Doubters. Hello. To put who over who?
No, hey, you're going
put
to
him
remember
over
it's a
Nas
whole
is-
catalog. No, it's a
Yeah,
whole
yeah, but I'm
catalog.
trying to justify why
He's
they like.
way more influential, way more album sales than Nas, Jay-Z.
No,
It's not
I'm
even
talking
close.
about Kendrick.
No, he's talking about Kendrick.
I'm not putting any. Leave Jay-Z where he's at. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Can't
Kendrick
really
get it.
over.
Jay-Z,
I
but
get it.
I don't see Kendrick over anyone that you'd list on the top 10 at all.
I think he's way high. Yeah, I think he's way high. I don't even think that I would argue. Okay, so just to close this part out, like, and so I'm tired of these.
Who's missing on the top 20? Just off rip. Like obvious misses. Jadakiss.
I go through my
Jadakiss has to be top 20, no?
I love Jadakiss.
You wouldn't put him top 20?
Yeah, for me, absolutely, no question.
No.
I'd probably go as far as for Jada. He might make my top 10.
I concur.
You know, like he might not have the sales, but I feel like he's been dope for 25 years.
Fab is borderline top 20.
You can't be mad at that. I mean, dude, you gotta understand these guys came out in
2000? 2002?
Fabulous's first feature was 1998.
Yeah.
And we're
Desert Storm.
2023. You know, so like,
Sorry.
and if you could if they're still getting money, they still got hits. They still can put out. They've had hits in recent times. Like you can't hate. Yeah, man. I think Kendrick. I'm done with these lists because I just like, and you guys don't. Let's just so you could get a laugh. So you at the blasphemy. I'm gonna show you some of the other ones and just tell you how fucking random these people are. Number 50 is Rick Ross. I think that's way high. I mean, he should be lower because I think he's dope. Number 49 is Rev Run.
Wait, when you say way high, you mean like he should be closer to 1?
He should be higher.
I think he should be closer to 1.
Okay.
I think he's dope. You know, he doesn't have to be. He's not top 25.
I was gonna say he'd probably be like top 35, top 40.
So number 49 is Rev Run. That's gonna be what do you call it?
No.
Like an
Whatever
influence.
happened to? I mean, DMX falls into this.
Yeah. So let me go to the
Influential.
to like the
and album sales.
the 20s. Let's go. Let's see what they did. So DMX. So DMX was 21, which is kind of high. I'd put DMX over a lot of these guys. You would have put DMX. DMX is not top 10 for me, but DMX is probably higher than 21.
It's higher than fucking Nicki Minaj.
Facts. Ghostface at 22, not mad at it. Curtis Blow. See, they all got to throw some 1979 rapper in there. And that's not hating, but it's like.
There's better 1979 rappers.
KRS-One at 24. Method Man at 25. Big Pun at 26. Blasphemous. Q-Tip at 27. Q-Tip wasn't even a great rapper. He was more of a producer. I'm not saying he wasn't a great rapper. He was a better producer than a rapper. Kind of like a Kanye.
Agreed.
Black Thought at 28. Blasphemous.
What about Trick Daddy?
Pusha T at 29. A little high. Lauryn Hill at 30. She doesn't rap. She has 1.5 albums
Yeah, she
of
shouldn't
rap.
make any list.
Lil Kim at 31, random. T.I. at 32, random. Busta Rhymes at 33, random. Busta Rhymes should be closer to the top 20. Chuck D from Public Enemy at 34. Why? Future at 35. No chance.
Stupid.
No chance.
No, it's stupid.
He doesn't even make top 100.
Most Def at 36. Most Def is dope. He just doesn't put out music that much. Common at 37. Not mad at it. Gucci Mane at 38. Stop. Ludacris at 39. He should be way lower.
All right, pause. You've seen that viral clip of Lil Wayne being interviewed that they tell him there's a top 3 list of rappers, and Gucci Mane's on the list. And when they tell Lil Wayne, Gucci,
Yes.
he's like, "Who else is on the list?" And he's like, "Well, at number 3, it's Eminem." And he's like, "I ain't mad at that." Number 1 is Jay-Z. He's like, "Yeah, but who else?" And he's like, "Gucci." He's like, "Gucci who?" And he's like, "Gucci Mane." And he's like, "Gucci Mane on the list?" And shout out my man Gucci.
I'm going through my
Because he was
catalog.
about to say something crazy. And he's like, shout
Yeah,
out to
let me
Gucci.
chill out.
I'm going through my playlist, and I got one of my favorite Outkast songs too, "Street Talking." What about Slick Rick?
That's a good song. Oh, because
Slick Rick and Outkast is on this, man.
No, there was an asterisk on. There was an asterisk on the criteria of the list. It said you had to be North America based. I
It's
shit
so
you not.
stupid.
That's the dumbest shit in the world.
And they said North America, not continental U.S. to include Drake.
Yeah, for sure.
Because what other Canadian rock?
Doc-
Is Cardinal Official on there?
No, Dr. Dre at 40.
Do you know what Cardinal is?
Cardinals fire.
Misa Cardinal, no, Misa, no.
Hey, Dr. Dre at 40. E40 at 41. Redman at 42. Bun B at 43. Queen Latifah at 44. Ice-T at 45. Dude hasn't put out an album
what about
in 20
T.I.?
years.
I feel like he's
T.I. was like number
Ice-T's
32.
influential.
Jadakiss at 46.
Ice-T is influential, though.
MC Light at 47. Melly
And he
Mel
was
at
like-
48.
Ice-T is probably the first conscious West Coast rapper that actually like said bars and cared, not just colors.
He just hasn't put out a song in
because he's a
25 years.
fucking TV cop. He's been on Law and Order for the last 15.
He's been a TV cop for a solid
After
dub.
being a cop killer.
I'm not mad at him.
Can't go off of that. There's a lot of people on the list that haven't made music
Chasing
in a
the
long time.
bag.
But what I'm saying, when you talk about longevity and influence and things like that, and they haven't put out something in
Bottom line, bro.
20 years.
When it comes to longevity, there's never been a ninja this long, this good for this long, this hood or this pop. Jay-Z's number 1, bro. That's why we named our fucking podcast Reasonable Doubters.
Yeah.
Episode 12.
Doubters, we out.